Hi, I'm James Williams and this is Chimes Media. Right, we're going to look at the Senate hearing on Tuesday the 10th of April where Mark Zuckerberg is being questioned, and this particular segment is about hate speech and his understanding of hate speech.
I worry about a world where when you go from violent groups to hate speech in a hurry, in one of your responses to one of the opening questions, you may decide, or Facebook may decide, it needs to police a whole bunch of speech that I think America might be better off not having policed by one company that has a really big and powerful platform. Can you define hate speech?
Senator, I think that this is a really hard question, and I think it's one of the reasons why we struggle with it. There are certain definitions that we have around, calling for violence or.
Let's just agree on that. If somebody's calling for violence, that shouldn't be there. I'm worried about the psychological categories around speech. You used language of safety and protection earlier. We see this happening on college campuses all across the country. It's dangerous. 40% of Americans under age 35 tell pollsters they think the First Amendment is dangerous because you might use your freedom to say something that hurts somebody else's feelings. Guess what? There are some really passionately held views about the abortion issue on this panel today. Can you imagine a world where you might decide that pro-lifers are prohibited from speaking about their abortion views on your content, on your platform?
I certainly would not want that to be the case.
But it might really be unsettling to people who've had an abortion to have an open debate about that, wouldn't it?
It might be, but I don't think that would fit any of the definitions of what we have. But I do generally agree with the point that you're making, which is as we're able to technologically shift towards, especially having AI proactively look at content, I think that that's going to create massive questions for society about what obligations we want to require companies to fulfill. And I do think that that's a question that we need to struggle with as a country, because I know other countries are, and they're putting laws in place. And I think that America needs to figure out and create the set of principles that we want American companies to operate under.
Thanks. I wouldn't want you to leave here today and think there's sort of a unified view in the Congress that you should be moving toward policing more and more and more speech. I think violence has no place on your platform. Sex traffickers and human traffickers have no place on your platform. But vigorous debates, adults need to engage in vigorous debates.
Yeah, what hate is an emotion which warns you of malevolence within yourself, or of warning as in a threat from an external source. So it's a necessary emotion. It's part of your defense mechanisms, if you like, the psychological defense mechanisms of your body and mind. But hate speech, regulating it, well, how can you do that? It's like regulating people's emotions. People feel strongly about things, and the senator there raised the issue of pro-life. That's one of many subjects about which you can consider, whichever side of the fence you are, you consider the other side as being hate speech because it's hurtful of your feelings. You know, everyone agrees that there shouldn't be any violent or, child pornography and things like that. That we all agree to that. That's not a problem. Everybody, all sides agree to that. But stopping adults or even young people with good opinions, whatever they may be, having opinions, stopping people from conversing. Is that right to monitor that and decide, well, yours is hate speech and yours is not? I don't think so. And I think it's a very dangerous game that we're playing, especially in the UK with what's going on with the social changes. I think myself in the UK, we're living in a powder keg situation. The only thing that's keeping it down is that I think by and large the British population has been sedated with what I've referred to before as bread and circuses. So they don't react. There's a few people reacting and starting to wake up, but is it too late? I think we're actually facing a pretty bleak time, to be honest. Till next time, take care of yourselves. Thank you.